you're trying to cause an issue, I can just ask you politely to walk out of the gate.
Well, this is my I'm not leaving my property until I get...
I can ask you politely, can you please leave the premises?
You cannot say anything about the law when you don't want to follow the law.
Welcome back to the Van Ballion channel, guys. Today we head back to California for more Thomas Humphrey shenanigans, this time at Vic's Towing, the business that towed and who now legally own the vehicle he once lived in after it was cleared for lien sale at the end of September. Thomas responded to that news by misusing 911 to report it stolen to various law enforcement agencies, who all politely told him to go away. And then a few days later, he arrived at a pre-arranged time at Vic's Towing to collect the rest of his belongings from the vehicle. But instead of doing only that, he did this. Enjoy.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah,
Palmy County was a transfer. This gentleman's at Vic's Towing, said he found a stolen vehicle. He's sitting in it, and he wants us there to release it. Go ahead, please, sir. Okay.
Yep, so...
North Police Department.
Hi, this is Thomas Humphrey calling. I located my stolen vehicle, and I'm sitting in it right now, and I need the Sheriff's Department to come out here to validate ownership, and I need them to come out to release, because they're holding my vehicle illegally. So, I have proof of ownership, and you know they're holding it illegally. So I'm not leaving my van until I get a sheriff to come out here.
What's your name, sir?
Thomas Humphrey.
Okay. Do you know what your license plate number is?
It's not registered. I don't register my property to the government.
Okay. All right, Thomas. Are you inside the gated area?
Yeah, I'm inside my van right now. The gate's open, and
okay.
my van is partially, the nose is outside of the gated area. But I'm not leaving my van until you guys come up here and get them to release my vehicle to me.
Do you know, for a man who claims to have cancelled all contracts with the government, you sure do ask them for assistance a lot. A lot more than I would, and I pay taxes.
I'm not gonna.
All right, Thomas.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna take my van from here, because you know I'm not gonna do anything that you guys consider to be criminal. I'm not leaving my property. Yep.
We'll be out there in just a little bit, okay?
Oh.
You guys hang tight for a minute?
Yep, no worries. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Thomas. Bye.
I don't know what else to do, man. You know, I mean, and look, I'm a peaceful inhabitant, dude. I don't wish no harm upon no one. I just want my property back, man. That's all, you know?
I'm a peaceful inhabitant. Yeah, right. Says the guy who tricked his way onto private property, refuses to leave a vehicle that is not legally his anymore, and when the owner asks him to peacefully and politely leave the property, he refuses. That doesn't sound very peaceful to me.
You guys have...
Scott said he would give you your property, just the van cannot leave.
Yeah, no, the van is my property.
The van is being held by law enforcement.
Yep, right.
They hold on the vehicle.
Right.
What I was informed of.
Yep, unlawfully though.
If you're trying to cause an issue, I can just ask you politely to walk out of the gate.
Well, this is I'm not leaving my property until I get...
I can ask you politely, can you please leave the premises?
Yeah, I know, I understand. You can ask me.
This is private property.
Yep.
I can ask you to leave the premises.
Right. Well, I'm gonna wait for officers to come so that I have proof of ownership right here, and I just need them to. I need them to validate ownership, because I have not seen anything from you guys stating that you own my vehicle, which I was told you guys do. So I'm gonna need you guys to present that, or you know, whatever in comparison.
Also private property.
Yeah.
I can ask you politely to please leave through the gated area. So please leave the gated area.
Well, I'm not leaving my property until the police come.
Do not own the property.
Yeah.
You can please leave the gated area.
I'm not leaving my van. This is my property.
Okay.
So I'm not leaving my van until the police come and validate ownership, because
Please leave
no,
the gated area.
I'm waiting on law enforcement. Yep.
Yes, he does not want to
Because
leave
you're
his
attacking
vehicle.
him.
I'm attacking him?
You don't want to let him out. That's what
Well-
dispatch just informed us.
Okay.
I never said that, but I'm just, they won't let, you guys won't let me leave with my property. Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, he does not want to.
I just want my van back, guys. That's all. I just,
Give it back to you.
right.
In that position, you have not registered it.
Yeah, I know. I understand. From what I've been informed by one of your constituents is that you guys have taken legal possession through a lien sale.
A lien sale on it because we don't really have to. So within 72 hours, a lien sale was filed, which makes it lien sale cleared. That makes it so that we now legally own it.
You guys legally, you unlawfully seized possession of my property.
Unlawfully, you could take that up with law enforcement. They had it towed. We didn't unlawfully do anything.
Right. Well, so
Law enforcement had us come pick this up. And
Yeah.
it's on them. Like,
yeah, right. Well, it was
lawfulness, you cannot say anything about the law when you don't want to follow the law.
Well said. I could not agree with this lady more. That is the sovereign citizen movement in a nutshell. You see, Thomas is very sensitive when it comes to what he believes his rights are, yet he doesn't give a damn about anyone else's rights, hence why he's perfectly happy to trample all over their private property rights by refusing to leave. What a piece of crap this guy is.
well, I am following the law.
My laws, but you want me to follow them for you.
Well, no, man. I'm not. I'm just exercising my right to privacy. Is all. I don't have to contract with the government. They're trying to force me. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is,
This is a conversation for you to have with someone else. At this moment,
this is.
God is very gracious, and he let you come
Yeah.
back to get the rest of your stuff out of the
Amen.
vehicle.
And I'm
You
truly
did
grateful.
not have to do that.
Yeah, and I'm grateful. I'm
You're
desperate.
Literally holding this man up from doing his job, which is helping people broke down on the side of the road.
Well, this is I live in here, so I feel like
You should have followed the law and registered the vehicle.
I feel like I'm home right now, and I don't want to leave my home. I'm desperate too. This is like my last desperate attempt to try to get my property back. So I mean, I'm under duress, and I don't know what else to do.
Right, so before I skip to the part where the police arrive, I just want to play two clips that stood out to me. The first is his disgraceful response when the guy who helped him says he needs to get back to work. And the second clip where he basically admits that this is a huge waste of everybody's time because he knows what the police are going to do when they arrive.
So,
Saying, I have a job to do.
yep. And you're doing it by assisting me right now. I'm going to leave here today because the police are going to make me leave.
Right, so I'm going to skip the nearly 20 minutes of him crying to a Sonora police officer because he retreads all the same sovereign citizen arguments we've heard 1,000 times, especially from him. And we'll come back in where the CHP officer, who has already dealt with him countless times, arrives to first educate him on the law, or at least try, and then kick him off the property.
Thomas, how are you?
Good. Under duress, man. I'm in my property now, and if I don't want them to sell it, so that's
We've talked about this ad nauseum, right?
no right, but
Right.
but that's what I'm attempting right now is to get them. Look, this is donated to me. I have a traveling ministry. I don't have an
I understand.
income.
Like I said,
I live in here, and
we have gotten all your documents.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We've got them all. We've talked several times on this.
Exactly.
right? So the way it's got to play out, right, is in order for you to get the car, like I told you today, there's certain requirements for that to happen. License and registration.
right.
If you don't, right, and we're going to, again, for the millionth time, we are going to agree to disagree on the laws of California, right? Okay? I'm just going off what, and you disagree with it, but that's the way it's we're going to agree to disagree on that.
Right.
You've either got to pay the registration and be licensed, or you're not going to get it out.
Oh, I know exactly how that cop felt then when he said for the millionth time. And I bet a lot of you guys do too, because many of us have tried either through YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. Some of us even with direct messages to tell him where this all ends. But I've come to the conclusion that he is past any help. I think it's now time for the professionals to get involved, especially after this latest stunt.
Okay.
I understand. So,
are you here to pick up your stuff like you said you're going
yeah,
to do?
I got my stuff, but
okay.
I want to prevent the tow truck company from selling my property.
Okay.
Until I have an opportunity to present. I know, but until I have an opportunity to present evidence to a judge and have my proper standing in court.
Okay.
That should be, you know, that's proper due process. That is what I am attempting right now.
I get it.
And look, when I leave this van, my home, I very well may never come back. I very well may never sit in this seat again. So that's why I'm under duress, sir, too. You know, I don't know what else to do. You guys
that's
have
a camera, right? That's not a mace. Okay.
No, that's a camera. Yeah. You guys have the authority. You know, I'm not going to fight you guys, but what else can I do as a citizen? All I can do is gather evidence of the unjust treatment that I'm receiving.
Wait, so you're a citizen now? I thought you said you cancelled all contracts with the government, making you a freeman or whatever you call yourself. Isn't that what this is all about? It seems to me that you call yourself a citizen when you want the police or any other government agency to do your bidding, but you run from that term when it comes to things like a licence and registration. You want all the benefits that come with living in a society without any of the responsibilities, but that's just not how it works.
So you've sent us a ton of that, right? And we've received it all. Right. And so you've gathered all your evidence.
No, this is further evidence.
And that's
my last.
But what we're doing here, we're on this gentleman's business now, and you're causing an issue there. You're trespassing now. Okay.
Well, this is my property, and you understand what I'm saying?
No. Okay. This is it is technically their property right now.
Okay.
Okay. It is their property because we rightfully had them under our direction tow this car, which means it's their property, right? If you took this car right now and drove it out, we would charge you with vehicle theft.
Wow. Yeah, I understand that.
You know what I mean? So it's their property. It is their close of business. They want to get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I believe he said he would give you till 5 o'clock, right, Scott? 5 today? Was it 5 today to get his property out inside? 5 today? Okay, so you're past that. So I know they want to go home. We want to go home. Right? These gentlemen want to go home.
Yeah, Thomas doesn't give a damn about anyone else. As far as he's concerned, you're here to serve him. Not bad for a guy who supposedly doesn't contract with the government.
Right, so check it out.
Okay.
Things take time, and in order, I'm filing a complaint with the Attorney General's office, right?
Yep.
So, in order for, I believe that's going to be what's going to put the estoppel on them from moving forward.
Okay.
But again, you got to see my dilemma. I don't know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. I gotta gather everything together and put it in a presentable form to them, because I sent them an email and they sent me back and they said we don't accept complaints over email, and they gave me the Attorney General's office. His assistant emailed me back and they said we don't accept complaints over email, but we are looking forward to receiving your complaint, and sent me the link to file it. But I'm in the process of working on that right now.
I get it.
But things take time, and I'm up against the clock to them. They literally told me they can sell it at any moment.
Mm-hmm. And that's what the laws in California allow them to do. Okay, and you might not agree with those laws.
Yep.
Right, but that's what the laws in California allow them to. They're not doing anything that is illegal. Okay, unfortunately. Like I said, I know we disagree on that.
Exactly.
As we've talked about numerous times.
Yep.
But they're not doing anything illegal.
California, the state that finally put an end to Thomas Humphrey's illegal driving shenanigans, until someone is stupid enough to donate another car to him, but it's a win for now. It's one less illegal driver on the road.
So you are responsible in putting the hold on the vehicle. So can you put a hold on them from selling it until I get this complaint done?
I told you're responsible, okay, for getting the vehicle out by two things. Like I've told you several times. Registration and license, right? If you do not do that, right, then they're going to proceed with their procedures. That is, allowable by California state law.
Selling my property.
That is allowable by California state law. It is your choice not to comply with the licensing and registration requirements of the state. And whether you agree with it or not, okay, you're required to comply. And if you do not, these are the ramifications, unfortunately for you.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. I understand. Yeah.
And so and they're just doing their job based on our request, right? They towed it on our behalf, right? And now they're acting upon when someone doesn't come, and you know.
So pretty much licensed theft.
Oh, that's how you want to think of it.
Yeah, it is. But
blaming the system and the people working for that system, which I acknowledge isn't perfect and probably never will be, is what a sovereign citizen with a persecution complex like this does best. When in fact it was you who put yourself in this situation with your own poor life choices. Also, you're in no position to call anyone a thief after stealing that COVID vaccine, and now turning up here with what I suspect is a stolen shopping cart.
But so what I'm asking you to do right now, just grab your stuff, Thomas, and we're going to get this process going, okay?
All right.
I would appreciate it so much.
Yep. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I'm just...
Right, I appreciate it.
You know, and I apologize for holding you guys up, but like,
right.
I mean, what would you do if I took you out of your home and told you can't have it back until I do what you tell me to do?
Dude, I think you've just described kidnapping a person and holding them for a ransom. That's nothing like the situation you've put yourself in.
I do what I told you to do.
You would obey me if I told you to do something you didn't want to do.
If I want to get my van back, and I'm telling, you know, if I'm saying in order to get it back you need license and registration, I get a license and registration. But that's just me.
Right.
I can't make you do that. You know, it's your choice.
Right.
But I would have gotten the license and registration, then he would have released it to you.
Right.
Me, I mean, you obviously think differently than me. Like we've had this discussion a bunch of times. We're going to agree to disagree on everything. But like I said, I just
thanks for coming out, man.
You got everything you want.
Yeah, I got everything, and yeah. So
is that shopping cart outside? There's geographical limits, Thomas.
It is.
Oh
well,
my goodness. I'm gonna let that one slide.
Thanks, man.
Okay?
I appreciate it, and it was dangerous coming over those impasses up there, but I couldn't find anybody to come out, so I had to improvise. But
okay, I don't want to speak for you guys, but this is gonna be the last time he's allowed in here.
I was just trying to be kind, get his property out.
No, and I appreciate that, but I mean, I'm under arrest since I live in here, man. But I thank you for letting me get.
Arrest.
I'm under duress.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just don't know what else to do, man. You know, I would appreciate it if you not sell my van until I'm able to file a complaint with the Attorney General's office. Can you do that much? I'll have it in a couple days.
Sorry, I can't make any promises to that because, like I said, I mean, we could be talking years. I mean, I don't know when you're going to do that.
I'm gonna have it in a couple of days.
But it's already been more than 30 days since the car was towed.
Right, but so they've just contacted me, the Attorney General's office, and they said they're anticipating my claim, or I mean my complaint. So I don't know where else to go from here, man. But that's my request. If you could give me a couple of days to file that complaint, and they should be able to, help me from there. But.
Right, so that was Thomas's pathetic attempt to get the not-so-free dumb wagon out of car jail. Now, is this the end of this long and sorry saga? Who knows? But if I know Thomas, and I think I do, then he's already working on something even dumber. So stay tuned so you don't miss any updates. And check out the Thomas Humphrey playlist to see how he got here. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave me a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you also to my channel members and patrons for your continued support. I really appreciate it. Right, take care all, and I will catch up with you in the next video.